Hello everyone, I am wholly out of order. Today I'm starting a new game of EU4. Finally, right? I will be playing as a Holy Order, the Teutonic Order. And if I don't act quickly, I will be made out of order. See what I did there? It was completely unimpressive. Hopefully what follows will be slightly more impressive, but I highly doubt it. May God help me. And I'm going to call this on the defensive. Because that is what we will be doing. Going on the defensive. And there are a few things that I need to have happen in order for me to not get immediately crushed by the Poland-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Europe in 1444 is on the verge of the Age of Discovery, yet it is reeling from the shock of the failed Crusade of Varna, as well as the threat of the Ottoman Empire in the east. The Treaty of Tours has left Western Europe with an uneasy truce, one that looks like it could break at any time due to the ambition of the kings of France, England, and the Duke of Burgundy. In the north, the Kalmar Union remains in place despite the deposition of the Pomeranian kings by the Hanseatic League, as well as the dissident Swedish and Danish nobles. The Russian states are barely starting to feel free from the tattered yoke, as the Golden Horde continues to fracture ever since its crushing defeat at the hands of Timur. As the High Renaissance approaches, Italy and Germany remain fraught with the constant friction between the emperor and many of the autonomous princes. The entire continent is on the verge of major changes, and it will be up to you to lead the Teutonic monastic order through this period. We're Catholic. We are a theocracy. And pretty standard opening game, or like pretty standard mechanics, I would say, for the start of an EU4 game. And right out of the gate, it looks like, sadly, Hungary has rivaled us, meaning we can't get them as an ally. Who's Poland rivaled? Bohemia. So Bohemia is a valid alliance. Who does Brandenburg hate? Brandenburg does not hate us. There's a good chance they'll ally Poland, if I recall how Brandenburg usually goes. But first thing I need to do diplomatically is start improving relations with Austria. They are rival to the Ottomans, Burgundy, and Savoy. I'm guessing we can't rival any of those. Brandenburg, Denmark, Hungary, Lithuanian, Livonian Order, Poland, Pomerania. Who are Brandenburg's rivals? Saxony, Brunswick, and Bohemia. Alright, so Bohemia and Hungary hate each other. Correction, Bohemia hates Hungary, not necessarily the other way around. Hungary hates me and Lithuania. Okay, so I need to decide right away whether I want to make the Livonians a rival or an ally. And I'm leaning towards an alliance, even though they're probably my prime conquest grounds right off the bat. Screw it. We'll take the alliance. I think if yeah. So I'm going to go with the rivalry between myself and Poland, which may not last very long. I don't want to rival Hungary, because then I don't know. I don't know if I need Austria to be my ally or just to join the empire. But that's the point of me improving relations with them. I was kind of hoping they'd rival either Bohemia or Poland. Never mind. I wouldn't be able to rival Bohemia anyway. I'd like to be friends with both Brandenburg and Bohemia, but that's unlikely. Could possibly ally Bohemia, or ally Brandenburg, and then turn around and ally Bohemia, but they might cause the Brandenburg, it might cause Brandenburg to rival me instead. Pomerania hates me. Who hates the Livonians? Pomerania and Novgorod. Sure, we'll rival Lithuania too, because I think when Poland gets the personal union over them, it will give me power projection. I think I will eclipse them, because they will become subjects. No on Hungary. I'm going to go with Denmark, counter-rival Denmark. And before I even unpause, there are other things I want to consider. What kind of advisors do I have available? Terrible. Like, absolutely terrible. I was hoping... I mean, Morale of Armies was one of my picks for advisors that I would want, but I think I would prefer a commandant. Government, economy... making a decent amount of money right now with 3 forts active, and how much force limit can we build? Basically 3 more units. Tradition-wise, we have cavalry combat ability plus 10% and plus 5% discipline. Standard missions... I think my first idea group is probably going to be a military one. Probably actually going to be defensive. I mean, that is the name of the game, right? Sure, let's go with it. Now, how do I want to do this? We'll send our barks to protect trade in the Baltic. I want them cautious, and I want them to repair when slightly damaged. I mean, I could just completely disband my galleys and transports, as I don't think I'll be needing them anytime soon, but I'm just going to mothball them in my capital. Why can't I move them? Oh, that's not a port. Huh. Okay. Königsberg is woods, so I'll leave them there. Tuchel is also woods. Osterode is grasslands. Okay. I am going to hold on. I have bonus cavalry combat ability. So I'm going to go ahead and do something really kind of crazy. No, I'm not. If I had a significant number of more force limit, I would build like 3 cav and fill out, build some more infantry too, but I don't have more force limit right now. So I will build 1 cav in Danzig, and I will hold off on building anything else for now. I'll probably fill out the rest of my army with mercenaries when I get attacked, and I will get attacked, trust me. I mean, Poland, right? They always go for Danzig. I think they get immediate permanent claims on all of my stuff, and Lithuania will get immediate permanent claims on all of Livonia's stuff. And I kind of do want the Polish union over Lithuania to happen. I don't want them to choose a local noble, because if Lithuania is free, they can declare war on the Livonian Order, which will drag me in, and Poland will probably accept a call to arms without favors against me. So, building one regiment, and I have a little bit of time before the end of the month. So I'm going to... No, I want to ally first. Stop. Keep clicking the wrong stuff. So, I decided on Bohemia. Yeah, I think Bohemia would be a stronger ally than Brandenburg right now. I need to choose an heir in the Teutonic Order. What do the estates look like? Burghers have way too much territory. I'll be revoking that. The clergy has a ton of influence, which sucks because if I get one bad event, they can seize control. And the nobility has 10 more or 1 more percent of development more than they need. The clergy has 10 more percent of development than they're required to have, and burghers has more, like no land would be ideal, honestly. So, I need to revoke from the clergy and the burghers. I think I'm going to leave the clergy alone for now. Sadly. But I think I want something that will decrease the loyalty of the nobility and increase the loyalty of the burghers. So, nobility, it's burghers and clergy, clergy and nobility. There's no heir that I can choose, is there? That I want a combination. For the combination that I want, I mean. Nobility and clergy. So... You know what? Let's go with a merchant's son and get money. An heir named Johann, he's a 315. Poland has announced me as their new rival. Can't say I didn't see it coming. Have to wait a year before I revoke any of the estate land. Let's get... Can we get Brandenburg? Probably not. Yeah, we're allied to Brandenburg, rival of Bohemia. I have to wait until my diplomat gets back to ally the Livonian Order. Looks good to me so far. Pomerania hates me. Hungary is my rival. Who hates... Lithuania hates me as well. Saxony? Alright, that's acceptable. Might sour our relations further with Brandenburg. And Saxony's allied with Poland. They might choose not to go to war against Poland if Poland attacks, at the risk of breaking their alliance there. I'm going to hope that's not the case. So I have 3 alliances right now. Is there anyone else who would accept an alliance? Saxony accepted with me, even though I'm mutual rivals with Poles. Venice? No. Lubeck? I mean, it's not a huge alliance, but I mean, why not, right? What do I have to lose? Aside from all of my land. So I'm going to send my diplomat to improve relations with Lubeck. Our heir is kind-hearted. And I'm going to burn some military points right away. For a terrible general. I'm going to start drilling my armies for some professionalism and some army drill, of course. And something else I want to do. Want to not automatically raise maintenance during a war. I'm going to increase root out corruption just because I like it to be at max for whenever I do start gaining corruption. And how long on the cavalry unit? Send him into drill as well. What kind of policies can I, or edicts, not policies. Okay, so Pomerelia is my capital and also where Danzig is, which is both an estuary and a coastal center of trade. Memel has the Neman, but it has 2 forts in it. So I'm going to hold off on forts, or on edicts there, because I'm going to wait until I have a war, and then I will increase my... I will use the edict for defensiveness in both of those. But for now, I think this might not actually change anything, but we'll get 50% trade power there. We'll see how much our trade increases from that. We make 4.8 from trade right now and control 39% of the trade in the Baltic Sea. Went up by about 4%. And we make about 0.3 more ducats. That's actually pretty good. 0.3 more ducats in trade. I didn't check the overall net gain on net change in that. Maintenance. Protect trade. So France, they tell us about the event, the surrender of Maine, where among the possible options they want time to teach them how to war as their choice of action. So they get England and France are finishing off the 100-Year War. So protect trade increases. Okay, because this is my capital state, the protect trade I think is actually nets me a little bit more money. I probably should have checked the total amount I was making before I did that, huh? Oh well. Come on, Hansa. My navy strength is suffering. Alright, let's remedy that a little bit. Build 4 ships. I'm going to build 3 lights, I think. Which should help us get a little bit more from trade. And the goal here is to get Austria to... $148 relations so that we can join the Empire. So now I'm going to bump up the speed a little bit. We have disloyal estates, the clergy, which really sucks. That does not. They actually appointed a local noble instead. On monarch death, a succession war between Lithuania and Saxony, in which Saxony will be the attacker. So yeah, this is why, the reason why I wanted Poland to get the Union is because, one, Lithuania would become a vassal, meaning I would eclipse them. Seriously? Still doesn't want an alliance? But I would eclipse them, giving me some power projection, and Lithuania can't declare wars of their own. Muscovy and Novgorod have gone to war. It's only a matter of time before Poland declares war on me now. I don't know. With 3 alliances, they might not do it. So Poland will not have an elective monarchy. I need to bide my time a little bit, I think. Especially with Poland breathing down my neck. I can probably ally the Hansa now. No? Maybe at the end of the year? Really? Okay. The problem is I think they keep building up their navy, which makes my navy strength look more insignificant. Pomerania has an heir, or I mean a regency, for a 1-year-old. They're allied with Denmark. Yeah, I think an alliance with Brandenburg's probably out of the question. We're allied to both of their, or 2 of their rivals, so it's kind of a lot of negative tension with them. Something else that I was hoping would cause the Polish, or I mean, another reason I wanted the Polish-Lithuanian Union is because the Poles now have 2 vassals and 3 allies, and Lithuania has... Oh, okay, they only have 1 ally, but they can... That's weird. So, if Poland's ruler dies right now, or I guess not, they have a kid. They had a kid. So, I'm surprised Lithuania wouldn't go into a personal union if their ruler died right now. He's only 18, but... Okay, we have our ships. Maybe the Hansa likes us enough now that we can, that we have a larger navy. They do. They're called a diplomat. Offer the alliance. Okay. So, I may have dissuaded the Poles from attacking me, which is good. But, I would still feel much more comfortable if I was part of the Empire. So we will continue to increase relations with Austria, and also I will embargo Denmark and my other rivals. Get some extra power projection. Okay. We still need... So, okay, that's expected to finish by November of 1447. We're embargoing all of our rivals now. So, let's send one of our diplomats to... Actually, no. If Poland declares war on me, and I happen to win by some miracle, let's fabricate a claim. Yeah, so if I happen to win, I'll probably take one of Mazovia's provinces or more. Because Warsaw... I'd prefer that Poland not change its capital to Warsaw, but if it does, I mean, I conquer it eventually. Hopefully. That's the idea anyway. So the Livonian Order is allied to me, Scotland, and Riga. So if Lithuania declares a war on the Livonian Order, Scotland would come in to help, hopefully, even though they'd probably only be with us in spirit. But, I don't know if Poland would come into the war. Even if they did, and I lost all of my army, and they tried to take either Danzig or something else, let's say they tried to take Kolm, which is Polish, and something else, it's going to cost them an arm and a leg in aggressive expansion. Unless Lithuania... I don't even know if the AI uses co-belligerent. Importing iron, we need to strive to keep the Teutonic military strong, modern, and domestically supported, but sometimes our priorities end up in conflict with each other. Lacking the rich iron mines of our neighbors, some of our grander plans for future military development will not be possible as soon as we might wish. Increasing imports is a tempting option, but relying on foreign support might compromise our trade policy, although a knife in the back of our neighbor would be all the more brilliantly insidious if we made it from their own steel. We need imported iron for our fist. Military power, and Lithuania likes us more, or mercantilism. Mercantilism means a little bit of extra money. Military power means tech faster. And it is an important tech. I'm going to go against my better judgment and take the military power. I think... No, I'm not. I was going to say I will increase my stability, but I'm going to wait until the clergy has 40% loyalty before I do that. Meanwhile, I want to revoke Danzig from the burghers. Are they disloyal? No, they're not. But they're about to be. I'm going to revoke Culm as well. And there's a reason why I did Danzig and Culm first, is because now they should be disloyal. They are. We're actually going to lose money because of that due to losing trade efficiency, but I think we will... I'd prefer to just get this all done at once. And because there's a fort there, I have no problem with the revolt that's about to fire whenever I revoke this. It's in the woods as well, so we'll get a bonus when we attack into that. Ooh. Alright, let's build an extra infantry. Just trying not to do that, but as soon as I go into battle, I'm going to take losses to my cavalry. I mean my infantry. More so than my cavalry, and I'm going to go into insufficient support. I need some more money. It's fine. Everything's fine. Going against the revolt in Tuchel. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, which is sad because I took German in high school. Alright, we won that. Okay, they'll go back to Marienburg. And we'll re-enable army drilling. And also let them reinforce. Austria wouldn't accept an alliance with us, would they? Let's go ahead and open up all of these other diplomacy options. We're almost 3 years in and Poland has not declared war on us. And watch, I'm going to say that, and they're suddenly just going to, like, come in and wreck me. Okay, let's fabricate a first claim on Mazovia. Ooh. Actually. Yes. I'm going to go with the 11 development one here instead. Because I'd rather have Warsaw before... I'd rather have Warsaw rather than either of these two. And, I mean, I'd rather have this one either than these two. Or rather than these two. Because of its higher development. And, it still borders Warsaw, so... as long as I get a 2-province connection, we can, when we're ready to go to war with Poland, provided we join the Empire, or if Poland declares war on us, either way works for me. We can go in and hopefully snag both. That is a lot of war score, though, to try to get out of Poland in the first war. Alright, so in order to join the Empire, there's a reason why I've been trying to save up money and get more of it. I mean, there's always reasons, but in this particular case, I need a gift for Austria. And I guess I don't really need to fabricate any other claims. Don't really want to, for that matter. And oh, next month. Okay. Do I want to wait until, so 25, that would get me 146. I'll wait until the end of September. And then we should be able to join the Empire. Watch, Poland's going to attack me in that time. Burghers have 4% loyalty. But, actually, let's grant them monopoly charters, get their loyalty back up faster. Hopefully. And then I just realized, I think I say that, and then I think the closer it is to 50, the more it scales. The more the gain is scaled. So they'll actually gain it back slower now. I should have held off on that until like the last second. Johann von Wetterau will now rule our glorious nation. He's a 315, which is much better than our previous ruler. We can make the clergy happy again, or we can gain more money with the burghers. You know what? We'll gain some papal influence. Take a papal protege, or a local preacher. Clergy, nobility, clergy, burghers. Gain 10 devotion. Lose 5 prestige. We'll go with the local preacher, I think. Yeah. Rather than sacrificing loyalty with both. Oh my god, he's actually pretty good. And our current ruler is... I was going to say better than average, but he's about average. He's got a 9 overall. So Austria is probably... yeah, we can't improve anymore with Austria as far as opinion goes. I'm also going to set one of my diplomats to max out my allies' relations with me. And we will wait until our diplomat gets back from Austria. Send them most of our gold, which gets me the ability to put Danzig and also my capital into the Empire, which means we should now be one of the Imperial Princes. Where are we? Up near the top, next to Holstein. And our heir is careful, meaning he has aggressive expansion reduction. They're really close in age. That's fine. Alright, well, we've joined the Empire, which is... we've survived long enough anyway to join the Empire. I don't know if I should add the rest of my land into the Empire or not. But I'm going to hold off for now. Can we ally Muscovy by chance? Kind of want to see what happens. So they've pretty much won their war with Novgorod. While that one diplomat improves relations with my allies, I'm going to go ahead and start improving with future Russia. Because I would rather have Muscovy as my ally and have the Livonian Order be my next target in the near future. Again, they're the prime expansion land for me. Clergy is loyal now. The nobility are costing me a little bit of manpower and land maintenance now that they're disloyal. So, still, I think that works out for me right now. With any luck, we'll survive to see our ability to hopefully just overtake Poland, completely destroy them, knock them out of the game, and preserve our future for all eternity. But this will be the end of the first episode, so if you like this boring series so far, you can go ahead and like the video, and if you want to see more, subscribe.